The Buddha once said, "Silence is better than unmeaning words." In today's world, it seems that everyone is speaking, sharing, and broadcasting every thought, feeling, and experience. We share our successes, our struggles, our joys, and our fears, often with little consideration for the consequences of our words. In fact, it's easy to forget that not everything needs to be spoken aloud. Some things, when shared thoughtlessly, can cause harm, and other things are best protected in the quiet of our hearts. Wisdom teaches us that silence is not a void or emptiness, but a sanctuary, a refuge for clarity, peace, and truth. In the silence, we connect to our deepest selves and the universe around us. Today, we'll explore 5 important things that you should be mindful not to share, according to Buddhist wisdom. These are not just lessons for communication, but for living a life of mindfulness and peace. May this guidance bring you clarity and inner peace on your journey. Your inner peace. Peace, the kind that transcends external circumstances, is not something you find outside of yourself. It is something you cultivate, something that grows from within. But have you ever noticed how fragile it can be? A single argument, an unkind word, or even the mere opinions of others can rattle the calm you've worked so hard to establish. It's as if our inner peace is constantly under siege. Buddhism teaches us that true peace is rooted in detachment. Detachment from unnecessary drama, from the expectations of others, and from the swirling emotions that others may try to impose upon us. In this world, we are constantly exposed to the opinions and judgments of others. Every day, we face a barrage of ideas, beliefs, and attitudes that do not align with our own. The Buddha's teachings emphasize that we must protect our inner peace as we would protect a precious treasure. When we constantly share our innermost thoughts, emotions, and experiences, we give others the power to influence our peace. We may seek validation, or we may want to be heard, but in return, we can receive doubt, criticism, or even jealousy. It is important to understand that not everyone who listens is doing so with good intentions. Instead of exposing your inner world to the changing winds of others, guard it as you would a sacred temple. Share your kindness, your wisdom, and your presence with the world, but do not allow anyone to disturb the serenity that you have worked so hard to build. Your negative thoughts. The Buddha once said, "Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts." We all have them, those fleeting negative thoughts that creep into our minds, often without warning. Our mind is like a garden. If we nurture it with positive thoughts, it flourishes, full of light and beauty. But if we allow negativity to take root, it withers. It becomes a garden overrun with weeds that block the sunlight. It's easy to fall into the trap of complaining, criticizing, or dwelling on what is wrong in our lives. We all do it at times, don't we? We focus on what's not working, on our disappointments, and on our fears. But each time we express negative thoughts, we not only burden ourselves but also those who are listening. Words have power. They can heal, but they can also wound. Once spoken, they cannot be taken back. This is why the Buddha placed such importance on right speech, to speak only what is true, necessary, and kind. Before sharing a thought, pause and reflect. Does this bring peace, or does it create suffering? If your words do not uplift, if they do not bring clarity, it's often better to keep them to yourself. Choose your words carefully because they shape your reality and the world around you. When we share our negative thoughts, we send ripples of negativity into the world. The more we express our discontent, the more we create a world filled with complaint and dissatisfaction. If we want to see change, we must first change how we speak and what we focus on. Let your words be a reflection of the peace that you are cultivating within, and let them help build a world of understanding, compassion, and love. Your personal vulnerabilities. We all go through tough times, and it is natural to seek support when we are struggling. But not everyone who listens truly understands, and not everyone who smiles has pure intentions. In our quest for connection, we sometimes share too much, our weaknesses, our fears, and our past mistakes, without realizing that not all ears are kind, and not all hearts are pure. Buddhism teaches us the importance of self-awareness and discernment. While sharing our vulnerabilities with others can lead to healing, doing so with the wrong people can lead to harm. There are those who may judge you, others who may use your words against you, and some who may not care at all. True wisdom lies in knowing who is worthy of your trust and who is not. Before opening your heart to others, ask yourself, is this person truly capable of understanding my struggles with compassion? Or am I exposing myself to unnecessary harm? Share wisely, and remember that your deepest wounds should only be entrusted to those who will treat them with the care and respect they deserve. Your future plans. The Buddha taught that attachment to the future leads to suffering. When we speak too much about our goals, we are often unconsciously attaching ourselves to expectations that we create in the minds of others, as well as in our own. And when those expectations rise, so does the pressure to succeed. In truth, the more we talk about our dreams, the more we invite distraction, doubt, and negative energy into our lives. Many people share their dreams and ambitions hoping to gain support, to feel that others are on their side. But the Buddha's wisdom warns us against premature declarations. When we constantly announce our goals, we risk inviting doubt, jealousy, and unnecessary pressure. Instead, let your actions speak for you. Move in silence, work with focus, and let your achievements come as a surprise to the world. True success is measured not by what we declare before it happens, but by what we accomplish quietly and with integrity. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of future plans, but often, the greatest achievements are the ones that are accomplished without fanfare, the ones that happen when no one is watching. In these moments, we find a deeper sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, because we are not driven by the need for recognition, but by the desire to grow, learn, and improve. Your acts of kindness. In a world where recognition is often sought, true kindness is rare. Many perform good deeds but only to receive praise or validation. The Buddha once said, "A good deed brings joy to the heart, whether seen or unseen." When we do good, we should do it out of love and compassion, not for approval. The true reward of kindness lies in the joy it brings to our hearts, not in the applause it receives from others. The purest acts of generosity are those that are given without expectation, without seeking recognition. When you help someone, do it with a heart full of love and compassion, not with the hope of receiving something in return. True generosity is selfless. It is not about gaining approval or acknowledgement. It is about giving from a place of deep care and understanding. Next time you perform an act of kindness, let it be a silent offering to the universe. Let it be a gesture that needs no recognition, no applause, and no credit. For the greatest blessings in life are those that are offered freely, with no strings attached, and with no desire for anything in return. Silence is not emptiness, it is wisdom. In a world where everyone speaks, few truly listen. Guard your peace, choose your words wisely, and share only what nurtures growth. We are all on a journey to self-awareness and enlightenment, and by practicing mindfulness in our words and actions, we can create a world of peace and understanding. If this wisdom resonates with you, consider sharing it with others who may need it. Help us spread more enlightenment and peace by subscribing to our channel. May your journey be filled with clarity, mindfulness, and wisdom. Until next time, stay mindful, stay kind, and remember, silence is not the absence of sound, but the presence of wisdom.